Very easy to do.
How many potatoes do you use a day?
100 pounds.
100
150
pounds?
About. We use a lot.
100, 150 doesn't mean anything.
We don't count anymore.
Here.
So we cut them in dice, like kind of a large dice, like this. So it's fairly simple. Cut them in big chunks like that. And after that, we'll just blanch it quickly in salted water.
So you pre-cook the potatoes, and then why don't you show the cream? I'll cut up the other potato.
Yeah, exactly. And then what I do next, I take a quarter cream and half a head of garlic, like you see here.
Beautiful.
And it's really wonderful
Now,
flavor.
could you use milk if you had to?
You can, yes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the richness, the creaminess of the... I'm gonna add a little bit of salt in my water here. Put the potato in the water. So we just want to boil them, one boil, and then we're gonna strain them. So they still retain the starch. Because after that, when I cook them in the cream...
The starch is gone.
Yeah, some of them.
Good.
So my cream is reducing here.
So about how long do you cook them?
Just one boil. One blanch it, one boil, and then we will remove it. That's all. So it'll be partially cooked, probably 1/3 to be cooked. And then we finish them in the cream. As soon as they boil, I remove it. My cream, I'm gonna season it with some salt, pepper,
white pepper,
and some grated nutmeg.
Wonderful flavor.
So my potatoes are boiling now. We're gonna strain them up. There we go. I'm just gonna put them in my reduced cream. And we're gonna finish to cook it in the cream. They're gonna take another about 10 minutes to cook. And this is what you get when they're done.
So they're very
So we're gonna
thick
remove
and
the garlic
creamy.
clove.
Oh, yum. And this is what you bring to the table?
That's right. Right in a gratin dish. There we
Should I
go.
sprinkle some cheese
Yeah,
on?
some parmesan on top. And then we're gonna glaze them under the salamander or under the broiler of your oven. There you go. Just gonna put them underneath of the broiler here. I think this one is ready.
Oh, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, our next potato is not a potato. It's chickpea flour made into something that you call in the south of France?
Panis.
Panis.
On here we call it chickpea fries.
Chickpea fries.
We're gonna cut them in little fries. So I'm using 4.5 cups of milk. I'm gonna add some 4 tablespoons of butter in it.
And you use whole milk, right?
Whole milk. So the milk and the butter are melting together. I'm gonna season it with a little cayenne pepper.
And have a baking sheet lined with plastic wrap. Important to spread the chickpea flour.
Some salt. We're gonna wait it to boil, and then I have 2.25 cups of chickpea flours. They're just ground chickpeas. So my milk is boiling now. Reduce a bit of fire. And pour my chickpea flours. So we're gonna cook it for a couple of minutes until it thickens up.
And even though the flour felt really smooth when I felt it, it has real lumps of chickpea in it.
Here we go. It's finished, and I'm gonna pour it in my tray. I want my fries to be about 1/2 inch thick. So we're gonna spread it out with a spatula.
Okay, so here's your...
There we go. And here I have some who has already been done earlier. And you can see it
Oh, so it really stiffens up.
stiffens up.
So how long?
Yes, usually for a couple hours. You can see it comes right off.
Oh, it's like leather.
Exactly. And then you get little fries like this.
Wonderful. And fry them?
We fry them, crispy. You can pan fry them if you like. The best thing is a little bit of olive oil. We fry them like a French fries. Here we are.
The secret of Jean-Georges' cooking, as you know, is simplicity with great flavor and great interest.
Carrie will come to show you some sauces, and I will go to the butcher.
Our dish here at Rayo's is the famous lemon chicken. More popular than the meatballs?
Well, guess what? The meatballs are now a close second.
Well, it's probably not like any other lemon chicken you've ever had before. And in fact, the method seems a little bit unusual.
It's kind of a little unusual because of the way the Southern Italian cook used to do this on a Sunday and put everything in a pan and then kind of bake it more than broil it. This is another variation.
The chicken.
Well,
Nice fresh chicken.
First of all, you get your butcher, and these are about 2.5 pound fries that have been cut in half.
Okay.
Okay? And the first thing we do is put them under the broiler.
Okay.
Okay? And we put them in the broiler. We put them in the broiler skin side down. what happens is the skin holds the juices into the chicken when it tightens up and starts to cook in there. Now what we're going to do, Martha, is make the marinade for the chicken. And we start with about a cup of olive oil.
So.
Okay. Then we're going to add 2 cups of fresh lemon juice. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of red vinegar.
Like a tablespoon?
That's it all, about a tablespoon of red vinegar.
Okay.
Good. And also what we have to add is about 6-7 cloves of garlic that, you know, Martha, have been...
With the back of the knife, don't forget.
With the back of the knife, right.
Smash.
But we've got to add a bunch of these, okay? Garlic is an important ingredient in this. So we add our garlic. Then we're going to add a little salt and pepper to taste. And now we're going to add a little fresh oregano to this. So we've got the salt, the pepper, the oregano, the garlic, the olive oil, the lemon.
This is it, huh?
And that's the marinade.
I'm getting into the Frank tasting method here.
Right.
Good.
Okay, so now it's time to check our chickens.
Okay.
Okay? All righty. These chickens still need a little more time on this side, and when they're done on that side burnt, then we reverse them. That's all. You turn these chickens once. And we basically cook them through all the way, and what we also look for is a charred skin. I've let these chickens cool off a while because they have to let them cool so that you can handle them. And what we do now is we cut the chickens into pieces, and generally it's really simple. It's basically by the joints, and what you do first is you score it and then cut it.
Oh, easy.
Right, so you score it, you cut it. This part you don't need, so we score it, cut it, and we get rid of it. Okay, same thing here. That, I usually get rid of that little tip, and then I'll even cut this in half.
Very tender.
Okay, right. The breast, we'll get rid of this little piece, and then I generally cut this in 3.
So very easy.
Right, and this eye here we'll cut in half. All right, now after we've got all of our chickens cut, all right, in fact, would you like to try?
Sure, I'll do it.
Try one of these?
Okay. Score
Gotta
it.
score it, kind of bang it through, all in the joints.
Okay.
Right. As you can see, as long as that chicken is cooked well, she'll cut easily. Okay, we've got that one cut.
This I can do.
And we get that little
Wing off.
wing off. We
Take
take
the
that tip off. I then usually cut those also, but you could even leave it as a whole piece if you like.
You know, guess what my favorite part is the wing.
The wings? Okay.
Yes.
You'll have wings.
Okay, so then we'll take off this
Right, we
little-
take this off
take
right
that
from
little-
there. Right.
all those little rib
And then
bones.
this one we can cut in 3 or 2, depending on the size of your chicken and the size of the pieces you want. Then what we do is we have our pan that we're going to cook this in, and we arrange these in the pan skin side down. 2 chickens cut up like this will easily serve 6 people. Easily.
Looks very good.
It is good. Now what we do is pour the marinade over all of the chicken. Let's get the garlic in there. Okay. Now what we do is we put this back under the broiler.
Okay.
And we let it cook for about 3 minutes like this. Then we turn them once. Let it cook for about another minute. And this is done. There is our lemon chicken. And what we just do now, Martha, is we plate it. We arrange it in the dish.
It smells really good.
It's good. It's fresh. The marinade is all fresh. And then what we do is we simply pour it over the chicken.
Serve that with Italian bread.
Oh, absolutely. And there, folks, is the famous Rayo's lemon chicken. We can just, if you'd like, garnish with a little fresh parsley.
And the pasta.
Voila, it's done. And then we have our other dish, our pasta. And I think we have 2 great dishes. It's a great way to start, and it's a great way to finish.
Fabulous. Let's go
We
serve
can
them.
bring these out. Right. Okay. We're off. Watch out for the reviews here. Watch out for the reviews.